But what caused the financial success was not extreme ability. I have a good mind, but I'm way short of prodigy. And I've had results in life that are prodigious. And that came from tricks. I just learned a few basic tricks from people like my grandfather.
What were those tricks?
Kind of?
Do you want to be a millionaire? But it's not that easy to be one. Charlie Munger is a perfect example of how hard work, determination, and perseverance helps you become a millionaire, not overnight, but with time and effort. He is a well-reputed American investor who has been in the field for many years. Currently, Charlie Munger is a billionaire with over $2 billion net worth. No, he was not born into a rich family. It is all the result of his years of hard work and sheer commitment. The father of Warren Buffett owned a grocery store, and Charlie Munger was paid 20 cents an hour. But what does Charlie do that helped him amass a $2 billion wealth? In this video, we will be discussing Charlie Munger's 5-step journey to making your first $1 million. Before jumping into the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to never miss an update from us. Number 1. Owning equity. Charlie's first step to becoming rich began to acquire highly profitable equities. Charlie started buying equity shares of well-performing businesses at first, which was a wise investment. Equity, in short, means a small part of a company. Fewer people know that Charlie entered the business world as a lawyer. He graduated from Harvard Law School. During his initial phase, a large part of his clientele was composed of small-scale local businesses. It took Charlie no time to realize that his clients were filthy rich since they owned a business. So it gave Charlie an idea that changed his life.
How the world rewards this specialization. I never liked it. And I loved picking up new ideas, being a great, passionate reader. And so I decided I'd make whatever living I could make doing what I like to do, which is sort of romping over a whole field. I do not recommend it to other people because the safe way up is to know a hell of a lot about something.
Later on, Charlie started accepting equity shares as a type of payment for the businesses which the clients own. Clever move, Charlie. Had Charlie accepted cash payments, he would have received only cash, but when he receives equity shares as a payment, he is attracting the returns on his equities. Therefore, Charlie is being compensated for his services and saving up and investing for the future without having to spend from his pocket. For example, Charlie owns 4% of the business, so he will get 4% of the total profit that the business makes each year. Moreover, he doesn't have to work or spend more time on it. Therefore, he gets 4% of the business profits without spending much time and literally zero investment. And in case the business is sold, Charlie Munger still gets 4% of the total selling price of the company. Charlie acquired a decent amount of stakes in many companies through this arrangement. In fact, Charlie was one of the first and very few to adopt this payment mode, out of which he benefited enormously. So guys, you don't have to invest or spend time or learn about the stock market. Just shift half your payment models to stocks. Number 2. Starting your own business.
And then we want that business, which an idiot could run successfully, to have a wonderful person in it running it. And if we have a wonderful business with a wonderful person running it, that really turns us on. And it works very well. And now we do make exceptions, but not many. And it's a pretty simple philosophy.
People generally deem a job as a safe and a secure option, while business scares many because of the associated risks. But very few dare to take the risk and join the list of millionaires. Charlie Munger was one of those brave hearts. Charlie started his own businesses that include a law firm, a real estate investment group, and an investment partnership. But remember, you are not Charlie Munger. Not to demotivate you, but you need to have a profitable idea in your mind and a proper execution plan to reach Charlie's height. Although businesses take some time before filling your coffers, you will enjoy the sweet fruits once you crack the code. And within no time, you start receiving hefty sums in your bank account. Number 3. Invest in yourself. Charlie Munger opines that the best form of investment is investing in yourself. He says that investing in yourself yields the best results. That's pretty old advice, but Charlie breaks it down to people to explain how it can make you a millionaire. Charlie knew how it feels to get paid dollars for an hour. The amount he was paid back then is equivalent to $100 today. That helped Charlie realize his worth. That's when he realized that improving his skills would probably help him earn more. And that's when he started investing in himself. Charlie spent approximately more than 8 hours working for his clients in the law firm, which helped him realize the power of honing his skills. Initially, Charlie started focusing on it for at least 1 hour a day. During this time, he thought of focusing on things other than what he did. So he focused on real estate deals and construction projects in this 1 hour daily. Many lawyers were and are satisfied and content with their income, but Charlie is not just anyone. He thought about self-improvement and scaling his income, which very few do. So, self-improvement is one thing Charlie staunchly advocates. It doesn't necessarily have to be acquiring a new skill or investing in a course. It can include starting a side business, learning about investing, venturing into real estate markets, or anything that is financially viable and lucrative. At the end of the day, your ability and skills to manage multiple things matter a lot and ultimately help you scale your income. So take Charlie's suggestion and start spending at least an hour a day in improving your skills or in your side hustle to start building gradually. Number 4. Savings and investment. Charlie advocates saving as much as he inspires you to invest. He suggests saving and investing your first $100. It is very difficult to hit your first $100,000 mark, but once you have done the work and achieved the same, it will help you earn your first $1 million. Charlie Munger suggests hitting this mark as soon as possible, no matter how difficult it is. Even if it means missing your meals, suppressing your cravings, or even walking miles for work, he wants you to be hard on yourself as long as it doesn't hurt you physically. He reasserts that the best investments give the best results. A $100,000 investment might give you better results than a $10,000 investment. The first $100,000 is the toughest thing to crack, while the next $100,000 is relatively easier to earn. Last but not the least, let's move on to Charlie's eternal golden rule and advice to making millions. Number 5. Prevent over-diversifying. Diversifying investments is one advice you often receive from many people. But heeding on this advice overly or obsessing over it can do more wrong than right. It will be risky in the long run and not a sustainable option. A concentrated investment portfolio is the only secret tip that many billionaires have followed during their initial journey. Even Charlie says that diversifying is the best way to multiply your profits through stocks, but on the other hand, it becomes a problem when it leads to over-diversification. Take an example of a local businessman. He owns an apartment with 20 units, a business in which he sells cars, a construction business, and a house repairing company. It shows that the individual has diversified his businesses and would earn a good deal out of them. Charlie says that businesses and stocks are both the same. But Charlie also revealed that he only owns 3 stocks in his portfolio. Does that ring any bells to you? Charlie did diversify here, but the scale of focus is visible. Charlie Munger says that diversifying works only in the long term. Also, if an individual has over-diversified his portfolio, he must face diversified risks. Charlie Munger frequently taps into the potential of compound interest to make some quick bucks. An English phrase sums up Charlie Munger's mantra to making millions. That is, $1 that is saved and invested will be worth more than 10 times, 15 times, or even 100,000 times of its value. These are not the only lessons that we can learn from the life of Charlie Munger to help us make the first $1 million of our life. Charlie has learned many more things throughout his career and applied them cleverly. But these are just a few valuable lessons everyone should learn. So that's a sure shot way of becoming a millionaire in Charlie Munger's way. How did you like it, guys? Don't forget to let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching the video till the end. Also make sure to press the like and subscribe button to show your support.